What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Prop Wiz. I'm your host, the Wiz. Now, today, I'll be doing a review, a very special review. I say special because, one, this is from my childhood, and two, this is a figure or a collectible that's been sitting in my basement for a year now. It's been a minute, yo. Dude, I was nervous about opening it because I don't have nowhere to put it. I think it was going to be a massive task opening it up. So hopefully this video isn't too long because I just know it's going to be quite a bit opening this bad boy up just because of the size. And you should know already by the title of the video, but we'll be doing a review of this Voltron. Now, this Voltron is by Blitzway. Well, they got a whole bunch of stuff on here, man. Carbotix, Blitzway, 5 Pro Studios. When I looked up, looking for it, I always look up for Blitzway, man. Dude, this thing was hard to capture, yo. I got a little story too, man, a small little story about how I got it. But want to start out by saying this thing is supposed to be about 15 inches big, man. So this is a nice size Voltron. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's diecast, man. I think either, if not all of it, there's a portion of it that is made out of diecast metal. Now, this bad boy, even right now, you can get this off a Big Bad Toy Store for about $700. I think it's $699. I got mine for $500 off Amazon. They were actually having a sale. And dude, I just pulled the trigger and ended up getting it for $500, dude. I think with shipping and everything, it might have been $520. The crazy thing is I kept it on my wish list on Amazon because I wanted 2 of them, man. I wanted one that was already formed and I wanted to be able to display the lions separated in front of it. The price didn't go down on Amazon. It only went up. I think it's like $900 on Amazon. It looked like it's already sold out everywhere. It's not going down, but again, I did see it on Big Bad Toy Story, but again, $700 is cheaper than $900, and the price is probably fair. I guess yet to be seen. We'll open it and see. That $700 price tag might be fair for something this size and quality, but can't afford to get 2 of these things. So, and that's another reason why I kept it in the box for so long too. I was hoping to have 2 of them and open it when I got the other one. It's starting to look like now I'm not getting another one. So this is it. So we're going to do the box opening now. But before we do that, man, we'll talk about the box. We do got Voltron on the front, and it looks like all the pictures. Yes, I'm going all the way around this thing. All the pictures are of the actual figure, which is dope, man. And this this is a dynamic pose. This is one of the reasons that got me excited. I'm pretty sure other fans excited about this thing because it's not just a static standing up and down pose. It looked like you can really put him in a pose from the cartoon itself. This being an example, of course, we'll see when we open it up. When it did release, because I think this thing did come out a couple of years ago, I've seen videos on this. As I said, I'm not just a YouTube creator. I'm also a client. I watch these videos as well. I did see a few box opening of this Voltron, and they did have some issues where the joints were loose. So yeah, you can get it in that pose, but it was loose and it wouldn't stay in that pose. So I don't know. Hopefully I don't have one of those because I've seen both. I've seen some where it didn't have that issue, and I've seen a lot of them that did have that issue. So I'm hoping I'm one of the lucky ones that got the good one. Regardless, I was going to get it, man. I had to have it. So let's just dive in, man. Let's open it up. Y'all, I'm tripping a little bit because it's like I know I ain't got no room up here for this opening. So forgive me, man. If we end up not having room, I might have to move this down to the basement where I got a little bit bigger table, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, she did open up initially pretty well. I'm pretty sure the camera probably can't see that. You can't see what's going on, but it is packaged fairly well. You see that? I feel like Blitzway is real good with these Velcro straps, man. I've got a Bruce Lee statue that was packaged similar to this. We'll get the directions out. Now, we know as men, of course, that's stereotyping. So if you're the kind of man that do read directions, I'm not dissing you. We're all different. But as a general stereotype, men usually don't read directions. But when you're dealing with a $700, multi-$100 figure, I might look at it because I've been known to break some things because I done moved or removed something I wasn't supposed to. Oh, wow. You know what, man? I took this thing out. I should have showed you guys this as well. They got the robot in pieces. Oh, my Lord. I'm all in the microphone, y'all. I'm sorry. But they do got this cool little diagram that I guess has the figure, got it separated in parts. The figure is covered, so you can't see nothing, but I guess the idea is pretty cool. Dude, I'll just start taking stuff out. First of all, man, we got all 5 of the Voltron figures, yo. This is dope. So I guess it's to scale to the figure, so they're very, very, very tiny. But, dude, this is dope, man. It's real dope. Okay, it looks like all the lions are separated. They're packaged in their own little section, which is perfect. Dude, and I'm taking them out right now. These bad boys got some weight to them. Now, I will say, I'm sure 15 inches is dope, knowing the overall size. But taking them out, for some reason, it looks smaller than I expected. But I'm sure once we put it all together, man, it's going to be a crazily massive piece. Okay, you know what? I'm about to stand up for a second because I have a feeling. I got all the lions out of the box, but I feel like there's a lot of box left. And oh, yep, because we got a base under there. So, yeah, that makes sense. Boom. There is a base in there. Again, I've seen this before, other box openings, but it's been years. So I kind of forgot that this was a thing. Beautiful base. You got the actual Voltron logo or crest. And it looked like it come with like some stands and stuff. Some of these stands look like the individual stands to hold the lions themselves. So some of this stuff we might not be using if we don't keep the lions separated. I don't plan on keeping it separated. Plan on displaying them as one formed Voltron. Man, they got me over here working, putting that work in. Ooh, I do see something opens. What? Look at that, man. There's a whole bunch of weapons and stuff inside of this bad boy. So it looked like it doubles as a storage case. Yeah, that's the only thing that opens. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if there's a magnet. They're being held down by magnets. That is cool. So we'll take a look at that in a second. It's all packaged. Let me take my seat back. Let's get these packages off. Oh, my Lord, dog. Woo. The crazy thing is when you open these things, it's like, yo, I wish they had this when I was a kid. But if your parents were like my parents, if they did have this when I was a kid, I wouldn't have had one. My parents wouldn't have bought this. And it is metal. It feels metal, y'all. Golly, I guess there's some plastic. Like I'm looking at the blue lion. Some of the parts, the blue parts do feel plastic. The legs are definitely metal, die-cast metal. Wow, they all feel different. This one, it might just have to do with the posability, right? Like the legs are metal, probably because it's got to keep everything steady. The body is obviously a good portion of it is metal. This arm feels more plastic than metal. And this one does as well. Yeah, it's crazy. The arms feel more plastic than metal. I can see the legs in there are metal for sure. But this thing feels more plastic. The joint, in fact, I can see the joint here is definitely plastic and not metal. So again, I will say it looks the same as everything else, but the body and the 2 legs, man, definitely got some weight to it. Oh, we got some work to do too. They got the numbers that go on the Voltron lions in here. So with that being said, I would assume that maybe you would actually have the decision of using those numbers or not if you want to. Because I don't know if I'm going to put the numbers on there. We'll see. Might have to go back and look at the cartoon. I really don't remember the numbers being on it in the cartoon. I remember the toys, man. The toys that came out when I was little, the big plastic one, definitely had numbers on the lions. Okay, numbers are crazy. It looked like that this bad boy might transform the same way it does in the cartoon. Like these legs extend and go into the legs. Yes, and it looked like there's a locking mechanism that locks it in place. Oh my Lord, y'all. We are transforming Voltron. It just locks in place, baby. Oh, this is crazy, y'all. Man, the flexibility. Ooh, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. Yes, if I was a real fan, I probably would have transformed it exactly the way it was transformed on the cartoon. But dude, putting this thing in, man, I thought it was going to be complicated. Look, he ain't standing. But so far, everything just pops into place, man. I don't know if it's going to be that easy getting it out. But so far, so good, man. I can kind of see what people are saying. He's a little bit looser. It is popping in place. Like I can hear the clicks where it stops in place. But I can also see where he's a little bit loose, man. Look at that. Nah, it is kind of loose. But I will say, I mean, you still got to blame the manufacturers, but he's loose because of how heavy the body is. Like I can feel the weight of the body when he leans one way to the other. It's bending those joints, man. So I don't know. We'll look and see what we got in terms of a stand. I don't know if they got something that'll keep it on his base properly. We'll get there. Yeah, this bad boy will fall right on over. Look, I will say, man, for $700, like I'm trying not to complain because so far, man, it's magic, dude. Having something like this in my hand is absolute magic. But for $700, yes, I know I didn't pay $700. $500 is still a lot of money. And there are people out there that pay $700. They try to get $700 off of us. Dude, you got to do better than that, man. You got to have something that can at least stand on its own somehow. And it's like, dude, anyway I'm putting, you see, standing up straight up and down, he's not wanting to stand. Yeah, man, he is not standing up. Let me finish opening it up, man, because maybe I'm missing something. We'll see. See, what they about to do is force me into keeping it in lion mode, which isn't fair, man. It's not fair. Okay, the legs do swivel. It says it swivels from side to side as well. Oh, the head just came right off of this bad boy. Oh, yeah. He is not wanting to stand up. Oh, my Lord, y'all. This is not cool, man. I'm not going to lie, Blitzway, y'all messed up, man. For my followers, y'all know I usually give a positive review, man. A lot of 10 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s, 8 out of 10s. Oh, Voltron, this ain't looking good, yo. Okay, I do see where Voltron does have a stand. So there is a way that we can stand them on this. So that's going to have to do. They still going to lose some points, man, because I shouldn't have to do that if I don't want to. But, yeah, I'm really, really, really not liking this, man. So the book is bragging about its range of motion. It definitely has all of that. There's a removable face plate, so I can change the Voltron face to a Voltron with his mouth open. It's crazy because he's standing just fine in these pictures. Oh, my Lord, man. I feel so bad. You know why I feel bad? Because I saw the reviews of people complaining about the joints, and I was like, man, it ain't that bad. Just stand them up. They were able to get them to stand, but they couldn't get it in the pose they wanted to. Like, man, that's fine. Just have them standing straight up and down. It's still a dope figure. But, man, this Joker ain't even standing up that way. And I can feel, again, everything is swiveling, like the legs swivel, but it's not supporting that weight, man. Like maybe if I lead them forward or something, but who wants to do that, man? Come on, y'all. Blitzway, man, y'all messing up. Okay, let me see what we got here. We do have this thing that should hold the figure up. I do see a little slot. That's how we gonna have to do, my boy, man. Floating above the base. That's the best we can do. And man, even that, I ain't gonna lie, it doesn't feel completely safe. I'm messing up, man. Anyway, let me go ahead and finish opening up the weapons. Look, I'm going to try to sound positive, man. I can tell, y'all can probably tell my energy went down already. I almost don't want to do this review. If you're seeing this on YouTube, then I must have decided, because like right now, I almost feel like turning off the cameras and opening up something else. And the crazy thing is, I couldn't even resell it because I've already opened it, already put my fingerprints. It's very, very fingerprint prone. And then you selling something that can't be posed. Anybody that buys is going to have the same issue as I. Again, I was skeptical of that. I thought I was going to love it regardless. And nah, man, this is a big deal. Okay, we do come with the blazing sword. We come with the shield. The sword, of course, is going to be a must. Let me see if I can open the case with him, even with him standing there. Yep, I can. So we'll go through some of these weapons as well. It does come with a little plastic over it. I'm not going to keep that on there because basically it's just a box opening with all the weapons. Some of it is mounted. All of it is all of it is mounted in there. So that's cool. Man, we got some daggers. We got the two swords. You got some of the daggers that go in the lion's mouth that the lions use. Thrusters. And most importantly, we got a face plate, which I discussed earlier. So they got a face plate with the open mouth, which is dope, man. So the accessories are all dope. I'm not gonna be messing with them today because you already know why. Again, we got the actual pilots right here. I'm gonna keep it in this plastic for now because I don't want to lose it. If I find a dope place to display it, I'll probably display it somewhere in here. This is actually, believe it or not one of my display rooms. I have a lot of figures and stuff, a lot of little statues and figures laying around in this room, but I've never officially used it for display. I usually put stuff in here temporary so I can find it somewhere else. But I'm probably going to end up putting some shelves behind me, not to cover up my Batman wall mural, but I am going to add some shelves so I can add some more figures. And this is probably more than likely where this guy is going to go. So with that being said, man, I'm talking long. It's going to be a long video. I apologize. It's going to be one of my longer ones. But we'll jump into the figure, man. You guys already hear what my gripes are. The joints are not strong. He's made out of metal, feels super dope, but the joints aren't, it's just not strong enough to hold the metal body. And it's mostly the body and or the legs aren't heavy enough to keep it anchored down, which is crazy because individually the legs are heavy. The body just seems to be heavier or is awkward. I don't know. So you got all the negative out, man. The overall, it looks dope. All right. I'm disappointed, but I got to admit, it does look dope. I like the way that it looks. I forgot to open up the ears. Look, the ears are going to have the nerve to be tough. It was tough to move those joints, man, to move those parts, man. They tripping, y'all. But, yo, the look, it looks dope, man. It looks very, very accurate. You can see all the parts. The only thing is it don't look like the parts are, some of the parts are even tucking in. So I think that was a big difference with this figure compared to some of the other figures. Usually when you transform them, you can still see the legs. This actually has covers covering up those legs, arms and legs. So that's dope. Again, the material overall, you really just looking at it can't tell the difference between the metal and the plastic, which actually, believe it or not, makes me wish they just made it in plastic. Like, now that I have it in hand, it feels cool having the weight. But if I had to trade the weight for a plastic thing that was more sturdy, I would have took the plastic one because looking at it, I can't tell the difference between the plastic pieces and the metal pieces at all. And they've got it mixed all over the place. Okay, so of course we got to put the sword in. So that's going to be another thing, man. Is this thing going to be strong enough to hold the sword? Y'all going to be tripping. It is not strong enough to hold the sword, but there's a little insert, an area where it can insert and it should keep it sturdy. Whew. All right, yo. There was this little tab that it goes into, but I'm having problems keeping it in there. But it does exist. If we get it in there fully, yes. Okay. So you are able to get him looking good in terms of that. Oh, wow. This thing is... All right. The sword ain't even staying in place, y'all. This little... Man. I'm about to stop the review, y'all. This is it. That's it, yo. I'm not messing with him no more. This pose sucks. In fact, we'll just have him standing up, straight up and down. Look at that. Sword's coming out again. The sword just came out, man. I don't like it, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. This one sucks, man. This hurts my heart, yo. I'm not finishing the review. It's whack. This thing is it's a 3 out of 10, man. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason I'm giving it 3 is because it looks well. I guess as a Voltron fan, as a static piece with it just sitting there, if I just have them standing straight up and down, it's enough. But again, it's a price point thing as well, man. It's not just cool. Look, if this thing was $100, perfect. $700, y'all, gotta do better than this, man. So, dude, that's it, man. I apologize to y'all. I'm posting the video too because I'm mad. I want everybody to know that this thing sucks, yo. It's not good. If you have the opportunity to buy this thing, don't buy it. If they're selling it for $100, maybe buy it. But think about it, yo. If you ain't got room for it, there's got to be better options out there, man. I think it's the same company, 3-0, also released a 1/6 scale version of this. I'm not sure if it came out yet. That bad boy was $300 and something dollars. Maybe that one's better. Of course, it's going to be smaller. I'm going to do the research because I love Voltron enough. I don't want to give up on it. I'm going to take a look at the reviews on that to see if it's any better than this. But, this ain't it, y'all. This ain't it, yo. Man, if you got some questions, leave me some questions in the comments, yo. I'm stopping the video now. If it got something that you seen laid out or something you want to know about, write me some comments, and I promise I'll look at it. I'll check out the statue, and I'll answer it, man. But we ain't wasting no more airtime going over this piece, man. I just don't like it, yo. That's my comments, man. Leave me some comments. If you like the video, I know the video suck. I understand it. But if you do like the video, you like my honesty, trying to stay positive, hit the like button. If you haven't already, okay, I owe Blitzway an apology. User error, man. I was able to get Voltron to stand. There was another little, I guess, stub up under the neck that supported the neck when it's in tiger form that you pull out, and it gives it support. Heel support, way more heel support than these actual legs that I was trying to do that. So I apologize. I am able to get them to stand. The joints are still loose, but in terms of standing them and posing them, a lot better. The sword still is falling out. So I guess the thing that made me stop the review the other day, just in case you don't know, this is a whole nother day. I discovered while I was doing the photos of the Voltron that he true indeed does stand, but holding the sword in place and some of the joints are still kind of loose, man, but nowhere near as bad as it was. So I take it back. Again, I apologize. Figure is dope, man. As I said already, never had a problem with the way he looked. In fact, after I shut down my review, my son came in and checked it out. He was looking at it like, yo, you tripping, man. This looks dope. Again, it's just the posability. And even now, I'm still kind of nervous. But nah, he's standing up pretty solid, and he still got the stand. So, okay, we'll up the review, man. So what did I give it? I think I had a 10 out of 10 scoring. I'm not sure if I even scored it, or I recorded this the other day. I didn't go back and look at the footage. I'm going to leave the footage on there, so you're going to see the bad review, and you watching this, I'm just tacking this to the end of it, apologizing, man. So I don't know. I've decided to go with a 5-star rating versus the 10. I've been doing 10 out of 10s, but I think 5 is a little bit more tighter and more precise. So with that being said, I'm going to give this bad boy a 3 out of 5. Almost want to give it a 2 out of 5, but it looks dope, man. The die-cast elements of it. And by the way, while I was taking the pictures, man, transforming these things into the individual lions was amazing to itself, man. Just the technology or the thought process they put into hiding the legs. Also, each one of the lions actually has a pilot inside. So it came with these little tiny pilots outside that you can display on the outside, but there's already pilots in there in the cockpit, in their individual cockpits that's hidden wherever on each individual lion. So man, just that level of detail takes it back up. Again, I can't take it all the way to a 5. Don't want to take it up to a 4 because I do feel like the joints are still kind of off. Again, man, I got the sword. The sword is not, it's just not staying in there. So there's some things I'm still kind of disappointed in. So I think that's fair. 3 out of 5. And look, man, I'm glad to have it as part of my collection. I guess I just got to be careful on where I display it because he is kind of shaky. Look, I mean, he's just shaky in general. So still got to be kind of careful with that, man. But overall, love it. Glad to have it in the collection. Anyways, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Is this something you already own? Did you run into the same issues that I ran into? Did you get by it? What do you feel? Do you feel like it's worth it if you already own it? If you don't own it, if you watched this video and a bunch of other videos talking about it, what do you think? Are you motivated to buy it? Yay or nay? Let me know what you think in the comment sections. Also, I know this video was a little bit long. Detail, for obvious reasons. But if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Yo, I love you guys to death. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll check you out next time, all right?
I'm a hustle till my muscles are combustible or atrophy. The struggles never settle when my life is like a masterpiece. It has to be, collect damage and casualties. I make a sandwich, I'm famous, you just a fan of me. So spin around and walk away, you help me cool off. My cool loss, I find a way, you know what I'm trying to say. We never lose, I'm Scrooge, I'm cold-blooded. I'm swimming in the money, got the duckers, hate I duck it. And all you suckers love it, public places or in private. Beefing with my fam, understand I don't advise it. With a pen and pad to find it, sprinkle Twitter hands with rhyming. I'm the glimmer man, I shimmer man. You cast to your little pan, we shining. And we're finding the game, timing is strange. I aim at the range, it bangs just like my name rang. I got the juice, the Sunny D and the Ting. It's funny, I be saying La Big Daddy with the cane, yeah. My fam is like, my squad is like, my fam is like, my squad is like, my fam is like, my squad is like, my fam is like. Yeah, let's talk about it. You can ask P about it. No ifs, ands about it. No wristbands or left hands. I get in without it. I'm touted when I spout it. I don't know, you better count it. I'm the youth, I found the fountain. In the booth, I moved the mountain. To the heavens, I be shouting. The accountant, I'm embezzling. I buried all the reverend. Make your will, cause I am legend. Take a L.